was a hybrid.
ECMEN, Tim Rigby 5K this morning up in Ferndale. I finished first overall in 18:24. Pretty good crowd today. Nice crisp fall morning, if you want to call it that. It was somewhere between 40 and 45 degrees when we started. I think when I got back in the vehicle, it might have been like 49 or 50 degrees. That was an hour and a half later. So definitely chilly. First chilly run that I've done so far this fall. So I'm not really used to it. Lungs took a little bit getting used to as well, but you'll have that with the seasonal changes. But it's nice now because, you know, you're not going to be just dripping in sweat before a race. Going to be a little bit more chill, but then you have to make sure you're warmed up. But once you warm up, you know, you're primed then. It was a little stiff when I got there. Even during the whole race, my right hip was stiff. It didn't want to loosen up at all. So, it happens. I did try putting my leg on the car, back bumper, twisting it around a little bit to try to stretch it. It really didn't seem to help much. I mean, maybe a smidge, but nothing too noticeable where I felt confident in it. But it is what it is. We started like the Tim Rigby Park in Ferndale, which is like on the main street. Nice little park. We actually go up just like right past it to get to the start line, but we finish like right where it actually starts, if that makes any sense. Took off a little bit too hot, a little hotter than I wanted to. Probably dropped to 5:30, 5:40 first mile. Then I think the second one was like 6:06. I didn't look at the third mile split times yet, or even upload it to really dial in the data, but whatever. So we run on the like alongside the road, which has got like a nice big wide bike path for a tenth or two before we drop down into like a back street of Ferndale, like some industrial type back road or something. So not really like many houses or traffic comes through there. There's me, Ronnie, and two like college kids out in front. I could feel them on the two college kids, well, at least one of them at the time, like right on my ass, which is annoying. You know, I hate that. But whatever, because I could, the way the sun was hitting, I couldn't like see his shadow. I would see more of mine, just the way it was hitting. Like my shadow was out in front of me, but occasionally out of my peripheral I would catch his, so I knew he was close. So I was kind of annoyed. And then as we're running, there's this like blinking red light down this street. Last year when I was given the map, that was the road that we actually made a left on to hit like Main Street again. I guess that might not have been correct. We actually ran out like to the dead end of this street, whatever street we were on. I don't know what the hell his name was. But anyway, we ran out to the end of, then turned on the main street. But that like blinking light as I'm approaching, you know, I'm looking up at it because there was nobody there. And I'm looking, it's like, is there any markers or anything? Because I thought that's where we turned. But then we just like kept going. As I looked back, and people were still like coming at me. So I knew I made the right decision. Well, obviously, then I looked ahead more and I saw a guy at the dead end part standing. Because the two quick turns that we made to get onto this back street, there was somebody directing us. So that's why I was like sort of looking for somebody or like markers on the road to make sure I wasn't turning at that red light. And the one kid behind me just like looked at me like, which way do we go? But as we hit that dead end, we made the left to pop out on like the main road of like Ferndale. I just got tired of it because I knew he was like right on my ass, and I just stepped off to the side and stepped back a little bit. Like basically, I think I came to a full stop, to be honest with you. I just looked at him because he gave me like a look, like, what's going on? I was just like, you're not drafting off me today. And like the look on his face and then like Ronnie's face was just like it was priceless to me. But the kid didn't know where to really go, so I just took off again, and he was only like 15 seconds behind me the rest of the race. Like, he never came back up on me, so I don't know if I scared him or what. So I do apologize to the kid for being mean. I mean, at the time it was intentional, like, because I'm not going to let somebody draft off me and burn up my energy, but I should have explained myself to him after the race and apologized, but I didn't. It's my bad. Anyway, so then we do the couple tents from Ferndale, like the town area, to get on Jim Mayer, and ran the whole, what is it, like 1.5 from there to the end of the Jim Mayer trail. I looked back a few times. He was still like 10-15 seconds behind. So I wasn't too worried, but I also didn't want to blow up going too fast on the flat rail trail. I did pick sides here and there just because a little bit of like washout. I wanted like a smoother surface instead of like little bumps. So sometimes I was on the left hand side of the rail trail, sometimes the right. Yeah, nothing too exciting. I just kept going on the rail trail. I know that's when my pace slowed a little bit on that rail trail. Again, I went out too hot, so I was burning up a little bit. Nothing worrisome at that point. There was only like 2 people on the trail. I think one bike guy and one guy walking his dog on the that part of Jim Mayer Trail when we were on it. So that was nice. There wasn't like a big parade of people like sometimes there can be. Popped out on the trail, looked behind. I still had the nice lead. And the one bike guy must have been in the loops or something, but he was like actually like right behind me as I came through like the gate at the end of Jim Mayer. I just ran out to the end, because by the time we got to the end of Jim Mayer, it was like 2.5-ish, 2.6. No, I want to say it was closer to like 2.5 right there. When we popped out on Jim Mayer onto like the road leading up to the trailhead, and it was like 2/10 to the bridge coming into whatever section of Ferndale we're in, or or whatever those towns are. I don't know what the hell they're ever called. I still had that nice cushion, and that was about 2.7, 2.75 when I hit that. So I was like, all right, you got 3/10 to go. You got like 15 plus seconds of the lead. You got this. So I stayed steady and made sure I wasn't going to be any kind of condition to like blow up a red line where I was just going to stop where anybody could catch me, and I just powered through to the finish line and took it. I'd have to look at the pictures to see what actually my time was compared to that other kid's. It might have been 30 seconds, but I'm just telling myself it was 15 at the time, like as a mental thing. But I enjoyed it. Very nice people today, very calm crowd. They had pancakes and sausage afterwards with actual real maple syrup and some orange juice. So I enjoyed it. Like I said, as I videoed the course last year for them, I thought the map that I was given last year said to turn at that blinking red light. So I don't know if the race last year ran out to the dead end part of the road, or if it was just a change this year. But either way, it's a good change from how I videoed it last year. It's a little, well, not just a little bit, it's a lot safer to do it that way. But other than that, it was just a little chilly morning that I wasn't prepared for right away, but it felt nice while running. Well, once I got warmed up running and afterwards. So there's that. So if you get a chance, check it out next year at Ferndale. I guess it's whatever, middle of September. Every year it's going to be on the ECMEN Tim Rigby 5K. It's like a men's Christian group or something. I don't know. I was trying to listen, and I got like it was like a men's Christian type group, but I didn't really like fully understand, so I do got to look into that a little bit more. But it's a good time, flat course, and again I felt safe, so check it out next year.